Join me as I unveil my secret recipe for crafting alluring vintage microfilm aesthetics in After Effects. Hi, my name is Cameron and I'm the creator of Motion Science. Before we get started today, I want to invite you to join my complimentary workshop at motionscience.tv/workshop, where I unveil my personal techniques and hidden gems that I use in my daily workflows. This is a free workshop and takes about 30 minutes. Don't miss out on the chance to level up your skills and make sure to visit motionscience.tv/workshop after watching this video. You won't regret it. When I start personal projects, I start by deciding what to create and then finding inspiration and setting the intention to make something memorable. I usually create short motion pieces to focus on finishing details and also to put them on my demo reel. Even if the personal piece doesn't end up on my reel, creating it helps me to grow as a motion designer. The first step in my process is finding visually striking footage. One of my go-to resources for this is ArtGrid, where I spend around 30 minutes browsing through their collection of abstract and macro shots, slow motion and time-lapse effects, and footage captured through unique perspectives such as microscopes or shallow depth of field. I look for footage that has an interesting visual appeal and can add a dynamic and surreal element to the project. I like to download a curated selection of around 12 to 14 shots, as having too many options can lead to decision paralysis. Once I have the footage, I move on to finding the perfect music to match the visual elements. My current favorite source for music is Epidemic Sound. Again, I spend around 30 minutes browsing through their collection, setting time limits to avoid getting overwhelmed with too many options. I look for an audio track that inspires visuals in my mind, and if needed, I'll download a few tracks, test them out in different edits, and choose the one that best complements the footage. With the footage and audio selected, it's time to dive into the Assemble edit. An Assemble edit involves arranging and combining individual video footage and audio to create a cohesive montage. It's the foundation for the entire video editing process and sets the tone for the final product. While longer or more complex projects may require editing in Premiere Pro, followed by refinement in After Effects, for this shorter project at only 7 seconds and with a limited number of clips, I choose to edit directly in After Effects for efficiency and simplicity. With an edit that I am pleased with, but not striving for perfection, as nothing is ever truly perfect, I seek to add a textural layer like a matte to elevate the visual appeal of the footage. For this project, I use a clip from ArtGrid and I layer the footage on top of itself, utilizing transfer modes to give the footage an intriguing speckled glass effect. Next, I meticulously scale and I position each clip within the framing texture to maximize visual interest, treating each shot as a separate composition and aiming for visual appeal. With the composition looking polished, I incorporate a single line of typography to transform the edit into a title sequence. I strategically place the type in the longer shot at the end to provide the viewer with ample time to fully take in the text. I use the rule of thirds to position the type within the composition and apply a simple built-in After Effects preset to animate the type on screen. I customize the preset to my liking, as I believe that small tweaks can yield much more compelling results than using a preset straight out of the box. Additionally, I adjust the keyframes for the animation so that the type is already partially revealed when transitioning to the shot. As a pro tip, animation doesn't always have to start at 0 and end at 100%. It can begin further into the process for things like scaling, positioning, and transitions. With the composition coming together, I proceed to add a few transitions to enhance the flow of the edit. I use one transition to seamlessly connect 2 video clips and another transition at the end of the piece to wrap it up. These transitions, while simple, help to make the overall edit even more dynamic and engaging. With the foundation of my motion design project in place, I move on to the experimental phase where I infuse my personal style and aesthetics. To achieve this, I leverage a variety of effects, starting with built-in options such as curves, hue and saturation, and levels to establish a cohesive look between shots and to build the desired color palette. While it doesn't have to be a perfect color match, it needs to be cohesive. To achieve the noisy retro film look I am going for, I also use a few third-party effects from Zybex and Sapphire. I don't always rely on third-party effects, but when I'm trying to achieve a specific look that a plugin is specifically built to create, I use that plugin to save time. I also only own specific third-party effects that align with my style and workflow. I don't believe in owning every single plugin or script available. To affect the overall look of all layers, I apply effects to the adjustment layers at the top of the layer stack. The order of the adjustment layers plays an important role in the overall look and feel of the project, so I experiment with different orderings to achieve the desired outcome. Finally, as a pro tip, I recommend making any final adjustments to the piece after taking a break from staring at it for too long. Taking a break and coming back to it will give you a refreshed perspective if the project is working or not. With the final touches in place, I am satisfied with the outcome of the project. Now, while it may not be perfect, as nothing ever truly is, it meets my standards and I am confident in sharing it on social media and possibly even including it in my reel. And there you have it, my process for creating a retro, abstract, film-inspired motion design piece. I hope this was both informative and entertaining for you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel for more content just like this. Your support means the world to me and it helps me continue creating content. I would love to hear your thoughts on this video, so please leave a comment or question below. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to connecting with you in my next video.